Dragon Ball Super, 50 episodes in. Episode 51 is coming out very soon, and this is my official preview slash prediction for Dragon Ball Super episode 51. Thanks to Harry Price. It is July 4th, and I hope everybody is having a great July 4th. If you live in the United States and you celebrate Independence Day, that's great. If you're barbecuing or just having a day off of work, you probably deserve it because I know you work your ass off, each and every day. So those of you enjoying your day off, just, have a great one today. And if you're not in the U.S., I hope you're also having a great July 4th or maybe even July 5th, depending on where you live. Speaking of which, July 4th, 2015, 1 year ago, is when Dragon Ball Super premiered. 1 year ago, depending on where you live, of course, because it premiered at like 8 p.m. Saturday night, July 4th in the Western Hemisphere, but in the Eastern Hemisphere, it was in the morning of July 5th. So the official, I guess, date is July 5th, but it's July 4th. So 50 episodes. We're here. So let's go ahead and talk about episode 51 of Dragon Ball Super. We don't have an official magazine preview yet, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I think is going to happen because there's a lot of unsolved mysteries here and a lot of curiosities. So let me go ahead and give that video a like for Harry Price. Let's watch it together. Credit to Herms, of course. All right, so we open it up with what looks to be an innocent bystander about to get his ass murked, probably by Goku Black. Now, a couple interesting things here. Real quick, we see the ring. It's like an infinity symbol. A lot of people have been comparing this to the Time Breaker symbol, okay, from Xenoverse. Now, understand what I'm saying. I can see the similarities. We don't know for certain if Black is involved with the Time Breakers. However, I can totally see why somebody would think this. I'm not sold yet. In other words, I don't know if Mira and Toho are actually going to be in Dragon Ball Super or not. I'm not fully sold on this yet, but it is kind of funny how the symbol looks kind of similar. It's not identical because I don't believe it loops around like this, but I can see some similarities, okay? So those of you who think that, I would just wait until we get more evidence first. But basically, Black is back in the future. I did a video with Herms where we broke down the Time Ring's rules. He can't go back to the present unless Trunks opens up a vortex first. Unless they change the rules on that, it's the way it is. So let's keep going here. Now, interesting. This image makes you think that Trunks is back in the future, but I've had some people speculate that no, that he's not back in the future and that he's actually in the present and that this whole sequence is a flashback. Let me go ahead and hit play. I'm going to elaborate on that here in a minute. Now, here we are back in the present, and Goku says, in the future, you fought alongside the adult version of that kid. Now, the kid he's referring to is Mai. I find it weird, though, that he just refers to Mai as that kid. I mean, it could be a joke. But then again, it kind of is in Goku's character to forget who Mai is, even though he fought Mai when he was a kid a whole bunch. His first enemy. I mean, he didn't fight Mai, but I'm sure he remembers Pilaf and Shu and Mai. Maybe he doesn't. I mean, maybe he just doesn't remember. But I just find it funny that he doesn't recognize Mai even a little bit. I don't know. It could just be for the next episode. Now, here we see Trunks lighting up and Bulma smiling. That tells me that what they're probably going to do is, I'm guessing that Bulma is going to fix that time machine and he's going to go back to the future. And honestly, it seems like a lot for one episode. It seems like they're trying to pack a lot of it into this episode, but it does seem that Trunks might be going back to the future already. However, and hear me out when I say this, guys, I don't think this arc is anywhere close to being over. It's moving along a little bit faster. I don't think that we're close to it being over. I still think there's a lot of story left to be told. If you remember, the preview before the arc talked about the involvement of the gods, plural, and the Omni King. So there might be much more coming. Plus, we have not seen Zamasu yet or even had a hint of it. So let's keep going here. And there's a whole bunch of other people opposing Black. So maybe there's like a freedom force in the future that we didn't know about that are going against Black. Again, it just really reminds me of the Days of Futures Past storyline from the X-Men. If you are watching this video and you're a fan of the Days of Futures Past storyline, leave a comment down below. Do you see the parallels here? They just kind of reminds me of that. And here we have Black firing up a huge energy beam. I really like his black and yellow beams. And then Goku, we better hurry and take Black down. So I'm totally expecting at some point Goku and Vegeta to go into the future. Maybe what they have to do is they have to borrow a time ring from one of the other Kaioshin. Very possible that could be the case. Let's keep going. I really like that shot, by the way, of Goku firing the blast. Next time on Dragon Ball Super, feelings that transcend time, Trunks and Mai. The fact that it says feelings that transcend time, folks, that tells me that they are probably a couple, which means that either Mai wished herself to be a kid in the future timeline at some point prior to the regular timeline, maybe, or my boy Trunks has a thing for them MILFs, because if you do the age comparison, if it's the same Mai and she didn't wish herself to be younger, Mai's like a 60-year-old woman. So, but of course, in Dragon Ball, guys, Bulma's family, even especially her mom, they don't age. Because Bulma's mom should be like 60-something, and she looks like she's 22. See what I'm saying? So, maybe the theory of her being an android is true. No, it's not true, but it's still. Toriyama doesn't like to age them, so maybe he doesn't like to age Mai either. Who knows? A lot of shots of the time ring, and then Mai freaking out. I'm guessing Mai wakes up. We saw her wake up at the end of the last episode and sees Black, and we're like, oh shit, you know, she's probably gonna run away. Sinister face. So that's it. Those are my thoughts. That's my little preview for Dragon Ball Super episode 51 coming out this weekend. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And of course, let me know what you think about this. Do you think that, how much do you think is left in this arc? I want to know. And also, because I think it's still going to go for a while, because we have so many unanswered questions, still so many unanswered questions. And do you think that Goku and Vegeta will follow Trunks to the future to face off against this guy? Or do you think that he's going to go back in time with Trunks at some point and they'll finish the battle there? Let us know. Thank you again for supporting the channel. Like it if you like the video. Spread the word out. And I will talk to you guys later.